Now this is one I want to do a Photoshop edit to, so I might give that a quick boot up Photoshop and just see if I can get a quick one out. It's a little difficult because I want to do a frozen tundra kind of Photoshop with that. Whew. All right, so what I'll do is I'll add a very simple thing. I bought some snow overlays, and these snow overlays are awesome. So what I've got, this is the ones I used for Millie's shoot, the baby doll for Hamlet's daughter. And what I want to do is just add some snow to this. It's very simple. There is nothing special here. I'm just going to add some Boca snow. You can see it's very dark. It doesn't quite match the... So just got to fix that. There we go. All right. If I double click that, that'll come up with this little screen. And I go down to lighten, screen, color dodge, a lot of different options here. And it'll affect it differently, like that. I'm just going to go simple with screen, because I want this as like a very foreground kind of snow. Yes, yes, yeah. See how it just adds that little something? All right, let's go for the next one. Because I now need a mid-ground snow, something to be a little bit more, I reckon, let's go this one. Add a little something something. Just make it stretch it out a little bit more. Now here's the thing, you need to make sure it's not in the way of the face. I want to see both of his eyes. So, we've got the snow. And this is a very basic overlay. Like normally I'd cut out his whole body and lay snow behind him as well. But if I do that, my computer will have a fit. So I'm just doing very basic overlays at the moment. I'm going to also add some smoke. Let's add some smoke. All right, so I have one called Depth Master Pro. And it lets me add things like mist. Actually, that one's probably not the best one. That's a lot of mist. Probably not going to add that much. More of a fog. No, not that one. Vapor. Ooh, maybe we could add some vapor. Smoke, there we go. That's what I wanted. Alright, so ground smoke, just to add the little something. I'm going to make it really subtle if I can. Let's go with this one. Alright, so I just make it a bit big. Just try to get rid of the hedge. You know how the hedge is just really intense. So I'm just going to get rid of that. Alright, now I just need to make sure it's actually not so intense. There we go. Alright, and then we can kind of just add it in however we want. So probably about there, and I might do some cropping afterwards. Yeah, I reckon let's get rid of the hedge entirely. Why not? Just layer it on top. Alright, so I'm quite happy with how that's working out. You got a little bit of hedge in there, that just adds a little bit of something. Got the overlays. I'm going to crop it to make it a lot closer. Going for frames, guys. So can you still see me and hear me? Alright, I also want a few lights. I want to get some lights. Let's get some lights in here. Alright, we have a lens flare, nice blue one too, so that will match nicely. And the problem with this one is straight up and down or across. Yeah, you're all just watching, I guess. It's all good. I'm going to go to properties, turn it 90%, 90 degrees, back to layers. And I can just kind of like smash it right in front. And of course, it's black, so you can't see anything. You have to go into settings for it, just start double clicking it and go lighten or screen. I personally like screen because you can actually see the blue. You notice how you go through a lot of these others, the blue disappears very quickly, and it creates a lot of these effects are obviously not suitable, although that one's interesting. I reckon let's just go screen. And you can even make it more blue by getting rid of the red. Get rid of the green. But I reckon let's keep the green in. A little bit silvery or a little bit... Let's go full blue. Let's just go. Why not? We'll go full bore. Alright, so I don't know. I like this here, but I don't want to work there. So let's turn it around. About there. Just a little bit off center. Let's flip it the other side. I think I like that one. Let's work it there. Bit of lights heading off, and now I just need to put it. I want to put a little bit of light there. First things first, I'm going to crop. Let's crop him to an Instagram crop. No, it's not. It's 4:5. Yeah, 4:5. All right. Okay. Now, if I go by my thirds rule, his eyes are exactly in the thirds there. The smoke's coming up there. This is what I like. Crop it in just a tad. Got the tree still. Done. All right, so that's the photo that I'm working with in terms of the crop, the colors. I just want a little bit of brightness there, and we'll see what we can do. No. Okay, so where do I buy these ones? One particular source? So it varies. So when I first started doing Photoshop, Instagram's adverts got me. I picked up the Fleur Bros packs. I did like them. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for. I liked them, so I bought a second one. But they are the more expensive types, and I preferred that because if you go the cheap ones, they just don't look as good. Like they, like you need a decent, what do you call it? Like quality. Otherwise, they're going to come up. They're going to come up rough, you know, like when you export them and stuff. Think about this. Do we think it's a bit too much? I might dull it down a tad. You can just do that with opacity. So opacity down. And there you go. Let's get rid of that red. What are you thinking, guys? The other one is there is a website that I have started going to recently to buy little packs. So the snow pack I got from Creative Market, it's called. And it's a US one. You have to pay US dollars, but that just is automatically done. It's about $15 to $20 per pack. Sometimes they're more, sometimes they're less. But you get about 20 or 30. In one case, I got like 40 from one pack of $15. So you just go by what you need. If I needed a lightning one, I'd go in there, type in lightning overlay, and yeah, a bunch of options will come up. You just pick the one you like, get your best value for money. The snow overlay, I just typed in snow overlay, bought that. So I've probably spent about $200 on overlays at the moment. I don't mind that personally because, you know, I'm a photographer that does this often and I really enjoy it. So for me, it's an expense I don't mind. I'll slightly use the crop. There we go. Fills the frame a little bit more here. Let's have a real look. Alright, his eyes are still visible. That's good. The snow's coming through. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's see what else we can add. If we're going to go full nuts, what are we going to add? Let's just go to 10. Let's not add mist. Fog. Fog 4. Yeah, we go. Okay, so if we go full fog. See, it's a bit out of... There we go. Full fog, let's do it. Now, it's a bit intense there, right? So we go lighten. But then we choose the opacity right down. And we're losing a lot of snow details if we do the fog too hard. What do we think, guys? I think that's too much. I think let's just... Yeah, I think we lose too much of it there. Let's delete this bad boy. What I might do though, is I'll just duplicate my ground cover. Keep it quite low, and then just move it around a little bit more and see what else we can get going. If you want to use the same thing over and over again without it looking like it's repeating, just change your orientation. There you go. Like I said, normally I would add this in the background, but because I can't cut him out without the without my computer crashing, I'm just going to leave it for now. Alright, Delta. Yeah, I got to teach myself Photoshop and Lightroom. Know enough to get started. Dude, that's the hardest part is just getting started. It's just jumping in and just failing. I failed so many times on Lightroom and before I even started Photoshop. And Photoshop, I hesitated for so long and I wish I didn't, because now that I'm doing Photoshop, it's leveled up my game, essentially. So I would always suggest learn Instagram. Learn Lightroom first. Get your eye in. Learn how to use the colors and get your eye on what colors you like and how it works. Then you can start adding overlays in the Photoshop. I don't do corrections in Photoshop. I do it in Lightroom because that's what I'm comfortable doing. I much prefer to be in Lightroom. All right, I'm going to even crop this in there just even a little. God, I hate this crop. It's just such a square crop. It's just not my vibe. All right. What do we got to add? What's one more thing, guys? You know what? Let's go back to Radiant. Add some glass bokeh. Just bokeh the hell out of it. Why not? These are very simple overlays. I try to avoid the ones that are in the middle and try to go for the ones that are around the edges and have gaps like that. So this one here I think is the way to go. So let's chuck this in. Problem is when they come in landscape, so you just got to go properties, 90%, 90 degrees, back to layers. Alright, now let's get it light or screen. I think screen's the way to go, but if you do a screen, this is the issue with screen, is that it kind of, you can tell where it stops. Like if I stop there, you can see the line. See that? I don't want that line there, obviously, so I do this. Also, this orange is now overtaking too much, so let's go back in. Let's get rid of... So let's go green, blue. If you want to make it green, you get rid of the blue. Want to make it red, get rid of these. I would almost be tempted to leave the red in, but it's just, let's just keep going with the blue vibe. Well, even that one there's not too bad. Alright, let's get this out of his face. Yeah, let's move it about there. Maybe let's even try... I think that one is still the best one. What do we think about the purple and red, guys? Should I just go red or blue, or leave a bit of purple red in there for a bit of contrast? Also, let's stick it behind the smoke. Oh, actually, no, I don't mind that. Yeah, let's leave it there. What do you reckon, guys? Ooh. We'll play with that again. So that's the blue version. takes your eye a bit too much, the most of the details contrast. That was my worry. I mean, I like the color interplay between the blue and the red, like how they're not opposites on the wall, but they are contrasting each other. The problem is, as you stated, 100% right, it is taking away the contrast. Sorry, it looks like one of my things failed. That's right. Just taking it away an extra bit, isn't it? It's just not quite there. What if it's just, that might even be a bit much. I might just pop it about 90% maybe. Yeah, better. The blue works better. So this is the same problem I had with the ODST ones. I was trying every color under the sun and be like, what works better? And I started to get a bit of decision paralysis until I exported one that was orange. And I just went, no. And I went all blue, and the all blue worked. And I was very happy with all the blue. So this will be my second Photoshop edit in a row that is all blue. But you're right. This is what works best for the photo. You do what's best for the photo. All right. I'm still happy with the crop. Let's have a quick look. I like this tighter crop, actually. His cape kind of gets lost a bit there, but this tighter crop is... Yeah, screw it. Let's go to the tighter crop. Let's do it like this. I'll export that one and off we go. Let's just give it a go. Why not? Let's just go export as. All right. 6. Yep, let's do it. Export. I'll just cosplay stuff. Let's click on day 2. Photoshop. Scraps. See if Lightroom works. Alright. So let's brighten it up a tad because sometimes it gets a bit lost, some of the details. Shadows. Right. About there. I'm a little worried with the amount of highlights in there, but let's just knock them down. Now, if I was to do I completely wanted to blow it up, I'll do that, but I do not want to blow it up. If I wanted to reduce the blue, you just go a little bit over. But again, not going to do that. If anything, I want to go a little bit more with aqua blue, just a tad. There you go, nothing major. Up the clarity, because overlay over, it kind of reduces the clarity just a tad. It's like a 5% every time. Yeah, so there we go. Now the one thing I want to do, I'm just gonna put a very minor vignette in, just a minor one, just to keep it here. Let's see if let's lighten his face up a little bit. All right, good. And let's just go right into his face. I want to get his eyes a little bit more, intense. So let's just go with a radial brush, very minimal. So if you were to go really intense there, you can see just where I've done it, but you don't want it that intense. Just about a 20% increase is about all you need. 30%. You can see his eyes just that tad better, cleaned up. If I wanted to zoom in and get an alternate one. But I'm quite happy with that, guys. What do you think? Laughed my ass off. Yeah, because actually the crash. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe if I start making some more money, I can do the old upgrade. But until then, Now I actually have to do the hard part, which is naming it. Comic-Con Adelaide. Scrap. And we'll always do export small because like it's very high def. It's really high def, and if you don't want to send someone a high def copy, particular for example, it's free, so you want the high def copy. Sending it out there, it's really hard to get on your phones and to work and stuff. So I always just send small ones, so people can download it easier, they can see it easier. But then you have the problem of derezzing, and the more it's derezed, every time you put it through an app, it derezzes. Eventually, the file's going to be a bit shit. But that's why I say if anyone wants to buy my high def profile, high def photos, yeah, come buy them, $10 each, and I've set them on. That's it, no watermark, all yours. The reason I do that is because storage takes time and money, and if I did everything in high def, it would cost me a fortune in cloud. So I do it in smalls. Plus, smalls is just easy to distribute. So if I ever take a free photo of you guys, you have the opportunity. Just your photos. Just let me know. If you've already paid for a shoot, you will get those photos in high def. No worries. All right, guys, that's it. Done. We have our photo.